Hi, I'm Michelle Jones, and this is my presentation for the Oral Storytelling Performance for Assessment 1 for the Bachelor of Primary Education for Performing Arts for Educators 153. My name is Michelle Jones, my student number is 1905856, and I do declare this is all my own work. But first, I'm going to tell you a story. Once upon a time, we went off on holiday to the Philippines to celebrate one of my daughter's birthdays. Now, one of these auspicious moments, she decided that a fun thing to do to celebrate would be to do a 15-foot cliff jump. Fantastic, we think. So, myself, my husband, my two daughters, and 3 other families decided to fly on a really big plane from Hong Kong to Manila, on a smaller plane from Manila to a tiny island, and then 12 people, small, cramped in a minivan, driving along the remote island to go to the cliff jump. We are nothing if not responsible. Winding down the jungle path we go, down, thinking, where could this cliff possibly be? We hired a guide who was quite cheap and assured us when we got to the bottom of this winding jungle path in the remote jungle with 6 children and 6 adults, that all we had to do to get to the cliff was just dive under this cave, which was full of water. So we are nothing if not responsible. All adults grabbed a child's hand, and that's what we did. We dove under the water and popped up on the other side in complete blackness. Pitch. Imagine turning the light off, shutting your eyes, blindfolding yourself, darkness. Now imagine that in water. So that's what we found ourselves in a cave, in the dark, swimming in the pitch black to get to a rockfall for a cliff jump. Swimming through the water. 6 boys, 3 daughters, 3 sons. One son accidentally, deliberately, bumped his sister in the dark, wet, watery, underwater cave. Now, if you're going to get your sister in a dark cave, underwater, with no witnesses, is a great time to do it. Except she screamed. Do you know that bats are terrified of loud, sudden screams? And do you know that it's very hard to tell that the whole roof of the cave could possibly be full of bats if it's pitch black? Imagine us now, in the pitch black, 6 adults, 6 children, screaming, bats flying around inside the cave with us, underwater, trying to swim through. As parents, we can see the light at the end. We're like, okay kids, don't worry, we're nearly there. We swim out from this dark cave into this amazing rock pool. Now, at this stage, we think that this water is now full of just bat poo. So we're pretty happy to get out. As we got out of the cave, there was sort of this rudimentary bamboo fence up the side. We're in the Philippines, we're in the wild, wild jungle. Rudimentary bamboo fence. One of the boys starts climbing up it. The guide then says, oh, be careful. That's what we used to keep out the crocodiles. But the holes were really small. So all I could think was the crocodiles could swim in when they were babies into the pools and just get really, really big. Crocodile infested, bat poo pools, deep rock pools. But my daughter, to be fair, did climb the 25 feet up and then dived down into the water, splash. And when she popped up, she was 7 years old. Now, at the end of this, swimming and jumping in the possibly crocodile-infested water, in the bat poo, we decided to the guide, we said, look, you know, I don't think the kids are so happy to swim back through the cave and come out the other side. He said, oh, don't worry. Just up the road there, 10 feet from where we had our minivan parked, was just a nice clear path straight to the road. So the moral of the story is, take the road less travelled. It is one heck of an adventure, you have more memories, and the stories are better. Because anybody can walk 10 feet from a road, a minivan, to a cliff. But you'll never know if your family won't get eaten by a crocodile.